You know how some top 10 lists do that fake number one joke right at the end? Well, Flip and Change Lockdown would have been my fake number one, but I ain't gonna do that to you. What's up, guys? It's Chocho, and today we're gonna do my top 10. 10. Hope you get that. 10! Number 10 is Bumble Bee. Had to get Bumble Bee out of the way. They've made so many molds of this guy. One of them's got to make the top 10. They've tried so many times. This is my favorite one. Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. He makes number 10. 9! Dark of the Moon Megatron has weapon integration, fantastic engineering. This guy definitely deserves number 9. He could even be higher if there was more paint on him. 8! Movie Advanced Dino has a lot going for him once you realize that you can use his wheels as heel spurs. And I'll admit that his alt mode is pretty much sexy AF, if you will. Great transformation. This guy is number 8. 7! That head sculpt, that deco, this would absolutely be number 7, but he's not. He's just gonna squeak out in the back here. He's not number 7. And he's not number 7 because he came with nothing, no accessories. So even though Q has a few less paint apps, and not much less, he just kind of fits the bill. He's movie accurate, obviously, and he's got a ton of accessories. 6! Spoiler alert, you are not going to see Age of Extinction on this list again. I hope that doesn't make you click away. But this is the Autobots United Hound. He has a slightly different deco, but I love the lighter green and the extra paint apps, and that transformation is boss. And look at all the accessories. Like what is he missing, really? Like grenades? Maybe fatter hips? This guy is fucking amazing. Small, but amazing. 5! Revenge of the Fallen, Voyager, Optimus Prime. Some people call it Hunt for the Decepticons Optimus Prime, or 2010 Optimus Prime. This thing is an absolute beast. It has a matrix in his chest. It's like buying a leader for the price of a Voyager at the time. 4! Movie Advanced Jolt makes me feel like there are people out there that are smarter and more talented than me. Please avoid commenting on that because it's obviously the truth. That feeling makes me love this figure. There's so many things that are done so well with this figure. 3! You know how some things just can't be replaced on your shelf? Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime in any mold. This is the Hunt for the Decepticons 2010 version, or Battle Hooks version. He's one of those things. I can't replace him. He's gorgeous. What a bitch to get rid of those hooks when you transform them, though. 2. Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime has no waist swivel. And I assure you, that is the only thing against this figure. The transformation, absolutely it's complex, but it is so rewarding to get such a screen accurate look. He has a shield, he has a sword. That fire truck mode is right near perfection. You might get frustrated if you don't know what you're doing. Well, guess what? That happens with movie bots. This thing is amazing. And there's Leonard Nimoy every time you look at him. Before we hit number 1, it's honorable mention time. Honorable mention number 1, Dark of the Moon Soundwave. This panel, though, man, takes him off the list. He can do a lot of shit with that panel hanging out between his crotch. But if they just put it like another hinge in here, or figured some way to compress this backpack. Honorable mention number 2 is the ice cream truck. Like, who doesn't want a dirty old ice cream truck? I've obviously painted this to make it look even more dirty. But 2 bots that turn into 1 alt mode. This thing is so cool. It definitely would have made the list but the bot modes aren't perfect. I'll say that. Mention number 3, just missed the list, is Universal Studios Evac, Deluxe class figure. He's something I think that you at one point could only get at Universal Studios when you were out there. But he's definitely movie bot based. He's based off the ride you sit in at the movies. That's why they have like multiple seats in the cockpit there. Absolutely love this thing in many ways, but it is a little simplistic. It's based off that Roadbuster mold.
One.
My number 1 favorite movie bot is Swerve. Not that Swerve, but this Swerve. So this Chevy Aveo Swerve that was like a dealership exclusive when the movies came out, he's my favorite because he reminds me of what I thought the movies would be. That they would take reference from the original material. You know, he's got a helmet, and he's got a visor, and he's got a face, right? He's red. And yeah, he's not a truck. Yeah, take some liberties. But also, they kind of use that aesthetic that reminds me of G1, where you see the car parts, where they don't completely disappear, where they don't just all hide as a big backpack. He uses the car parts to make a transformer, and it looks so legit to me. I absolutely love this thing. And he turns into a Chevy Aveo. Like his alt mode is so bland, but it's so realistic. And that's what I saw in G1. A realistic alt mode. I always put that alt mode, that disguise mode, as number 1 when I started enjoying Transformers. That was the cool thing, is that they didn't look like robots. It wasn't that they looked like great robots and sort of looked like something else. It was because they didn't look like robots. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but that's why I loved them. I loved them because they didn't look like robots at one point, and then at another point they did. So robots came second, and that's the way I feel about this. And just on a side note, he has good articulation. He has ankle rockers. Even you could break his ankle because of the transformation. This thing is cool as hell. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon.
You are a terrible mirror. No reflection on you, of course.
Yeah, if you've already written a comment that I didn't have an Ironhide in the video, go delete that comment, because here's Ironhide in the video. He didn't make the top 10. This was the closest to making the top 10, and not even that close. There was actually guys that I would put ahead of him. Just don't dig the arms and the fact that the chest unpegs fairly easily. Real close, but he even has ankle rocker. But yeah, no Ironhides in this video. That's the curse of being an Ironhide fan. Those down figures are not that good. He is one of the best things I've ever laid my hands on. Oh fuck, I don't even want to use that line. It's like a slippery slope.